Have you ever landed on a website for a health product and just been blown away by how convincing it is? Well, today, we're going to pull back the curtain on one of them. We're breaking down the online presentation for a product called CitrusBurn. We're going to look at how they build their argument, the claims they make, and the final offer, just to see how it all works. Okay, let's dive right in. Right out of the gate, the pitch hits you with this, a really powerful testimonial. See, using specific numbers like 15 pounds from a verified buyer isn't just a claim, it's a strategic move to build instant trust and get you hooked before you even know what the product is. So what is the core promise they're making here? What's the big idea that this whole presentation is built around? And here it is. This message is honestly kind of brilliant because it's so simple. It taps directly into things pretty much everyone wants, right? To manage weight, to control those cravings, and to just feel good. And notice how it implies you can get all this without having to completely upend your life. Okay, so before you can sell a solution, what do you need? You need a problem. And the strategy here is to introduce a hidden problem, something you probably didn't even know was the reason for your struggles. So the whole argument starts by grounding itself in some real science. They introduce this concept of thermogenesis, which is something a lot of us have heard of. It feels familiar, it feels legitimate, and it sets the stage for what's next. And then they hit you with a term you've probably never heard before, thermogenic resistance. This is positioned as the real villain, the reason weight loss is so tough, especially after you turn 35. You see the tactic here. By creating a new, specific problem, they can then present their product as the one and only solution. Now, to make this hidden problem and its solution feel credible, they reference some heavy hitters. Harvard, the Mayo Clinic. This is a classic technique called borrowing authority. It gives the claims a powerful feeling of scientific backing. So you've got the unique problem, you've got the hint of scientific proof, so what comes next? Naturally, the unique solution, and they give it this intriguing, exotic-sounding name. And here it is. The product is presented as the key to smashing through that thermogenic resistance, and the language they use is so important. Words like reignite and rare botanicals are designed to make it sound powerful, exclusive, and pure. Now, this is really interesting. Look at how specific and exotic these ingredients sound. It's not just ginger, it's Himalayan mountain ginger. Not just green tea, but ceremonial green tea. These details are all about creating a feeling of premium quality and special sourcing. This whole list here is basically designed to get ahead of any concerns you might have by telling you everything it's not. Like it's stimulant-free, non-habit forming. They're trying to build a real sense of safety and trust with you before you even think to ask. All right, so they've made some big claims. What kind of proof do they offer? Well, they use a classic two-pronged attack that appeals to both your heart and your head. On the one hand, you get these really emotional, relatable stories about how people's lives have changed. And on the other hand, you have that logical appeal of scientific backing we talked about. When you combine that emotion with authority, wow, that is a persuasive one-two punch. And all of this, the problem, the solution, the proof, it all leads up to this moment, the final part of the show, the sales pitch itself. This is where they turn all that storytelling into a direct call to action. When you look at the pricing, it's really clear what they want you to do. This bar chart makes that 6-bottle option look like a total no-brainer, right? It's visually designed to guide your eyes and your decision toward the biggest package. This table lays out all the nitty-gritty details, but check out that little note they add, that 96% of customers choose the biggest package. That's a powerful bit of social proof. It makes you feel like, well, if everyone else is doing it, maybe I should too. And just to sweeten the deal even more, they throw in these free digital bonuses if you buy one of the bigger packages. It just adds to the perceived value and makes the offer feel that much more irresistible. And this is a big one. 180-day, no questions asked, money-back guarantee. That's a huge deal. What does that do? It basically removes almost all of the financial risk for you, the buyer. It makes it so much easier to say yes. And finally, to push you over the finish line, they bring in the classics. You get a low stock alert, a countdown timer. It's all designed to create a sense of scarcity and urgency, making you feel like you need to act now before you miss out. So when you put it all together, what you have is this really carefully built story. It blends science-y concepts with emotional stories and classic marketing tactics. So the real question is it a scientific breakthrough or just a masterclass in persuasion? Ultimately, you have to decide that for yourself. If you want to see the cleans and the whole presentation firsthand, the link to the official site is right down there in the description. Go on, click it, and see what you think.